Good evening, esteemed viewers. Welcome to Fliptv News. I am Christian Chuku. Here are the news headlines. Enugu Commissioner escapes as Orderlies battle gunmen. Clearing agents cripple economic activities at Nigerian ports over 300% inflation. Tenants kidnap 3 children hours after moving into building. And lastly, Russian troops invade parts of Ukraine as the war emerges. Here is the news in detail. There was disquiet in Enugu State on Monday after the State Commissioner for Lands, Mr. Chidi Aro, escaped death by a whisker after gunmen attacked him. 2 of his police orderlies who engaged the hoodlums in a gun battle were feared dead as their bodies had yet to be found. It was gathered that the incident happened on Sunday while Aro was returning from Anambra, where he attended a meeting. Police sources claim that the 2 policemen were killed when the gunmen ambushed the commissioner. A source said the gunmen opened fire on his convoy, and when the policemen engaged the hoodlums in exchange of gunfire, they were shot dead and their guns taken away. The source identified as the orderlies are Inspector Adabu and Inspector Solomon. He said the gunmen ambushed their Hilux van in a community in Anambra, shot and killed the 2 policemen. The commissioner was lucky to have escaped in his jeep because their Hilux van was riddled with bullets. The Enugu State Police Public Relations Officer Daniel Ndukwe referred to reporters while he was speaking. The spokesman for the Anambra State Police Command, Ikenga Tochukwu, confirmed the attack, adding that it happened along Upo Nimo Road. Meanwhile, the police operatives attached to the Commission of Land engaged the gunmen, which made their principal escape with his driver. The command, on the receipt of the information, deployed operatives in the area. The whereabouts of the 2 police personnel is still unknown and operation is still ongoing. Clearing agents cripple economic activities at the Lagos ports with a protest at the Tinkan Islander port at PTML terminal over the anomalies in the vehicle identification number valuation system policy introduced by the Nigeria Customs Service for imported vehicles. The protest took place after the expiration of the 72 hours strike notice issued by all registered freight forwarding associations operating at the PTML terminal and Tinkan Island port in Lagos last week to the Controller General of Customs Ahmed Ali over the anomalies surrounding the VIN valuation system policy, which has been ignored. It was learned that over 6,000 vehicles are trapped across the Lagos port as agents were unable to clear them due to the introduction of the VIN valuation at the customs. The clearing agents confirmed that the value being issued to be paid on imported vehicles have risen by almost 300%, which they described as outrageous. The chairman of the Association of Nigerian Licensed Custom Agents at PTML Terminal, Oluwole Abe, said, up till now, the letter written to the Customs CG has not been replied to, neither has he reached out or given assurances to the agents. He admitted that the Customs Area Controller in charge of PTML Command, Festus Oku, made an attempt last Thursday to pacify the freight forwarders on the new VIN valuation platform. He said the freight forwarders are not against the introduction of the VIN valuation, as they view it as a noble concept that would end corruption in the system of vehicle clearance. He complained that Customs failed to carry out due diligence before implementation of the policy, adding that the value being issued to be paid on imported vehicles have risen by almost 300%. This would affect the end users as the prices of vehicles will skyrocket, noting that Toyota Camry, which sells for 1.5 million naira, will be increased to 5 million, he said. The freight forwarder said if the customs boss fails to address the anomalies surrounding the VIN valuation, they will ground all port activities, adding that the strike action is going to be total as all the freight associations are acting on the same page. 3 children have been kidnapped by 2 tenants less than 24 hours after moving into a new apartment at Ishekiri Street in Ajuwon, Ogun State. The 2 women, who are in their 30s, moved into a 1-room apartment in the compound. An eyewitness stated that they claimed to be students in a school in Ikeja, Lagos, and they would be staying in the apartment for 3 weeks. The women had reportedly acted friendly with everyone in the compound. The suspects left with the 3 children on the pretext that they were visiting a shop in the neighborhood with them. The case has been reported to the Ajuwon police station. The state police spokesperson Abimbola Oyeyemi, confirming the incident, said the case was under investigation. And foreign news, Russian President Vladimir Putin has ordered troops into 2 rebel-held regions in eastern Ukraine after recognizing them as independent states. Footage released overnight appeared to show Russian military vehicles heading towards the Ukrainian border. Russia said the troops will be peacekeeping in the breakaway regions, which it has backed since 2014. But the US said calling them peacekeepers was nonsense. It accused Russia of creating a pretext for war. Ukraine's president said his country was not afraid of anything or anyone. In a late-night televised address to the nation, President Volodymyr Zelensky called for clear and effective actions of support from Ukraine's international allies. It's very important to see now who our real friend and partner is, and who will continue to scare the Russian Federation with words only, he added. Several countries, including the UK, are expected to introduce sanctions against Russia in response to the move. Fears over an invasion have been rising in recent months as Russia has amassed some 150,000 troops along Ukraine's borders, according to US estimates. At an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council, US Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield dismissed Russia claims that troops will be taking on a peacekeeping role, saying, "We know what they really are." Recognizing Luhansk and Donetsk as independent was part of Russia's bid to create a reason to invade Ukraine. Russia has been backing a bloody armed rebellion in eastern Ukraine for the past 8 years. Some 14,000 people, including many civilians, have died in fighting since then. We've come to the quote of the day. If you want to change the world, do it when you are a bachelor. After marriage, you can't even change a TV channel. That is accredited to Nollywood actor Kanayo O Kanayo. We've come to the end of Fliptv News. Hope you enjoyed the report. I am Christian Chuku.